Hello everyone, this is Jessa Wild. Welcome to your last half of September reading for the Aquarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for the weeks of September 19th through October 3rd. If you find this outside of the time frame, I do believe that these are timeless readings, and so it's meant for you when you see it. I have gone ahead and cleansed and shuffled these decks and have meditated on the Aquarian readings, so we can go ahead and dive right in. I will be doing a 10-card spread for you just to get sort of a detailed look at the upcoming weeks and things to be mindful of, or maybe to get some insight in what might be coming down the pipe. I will be using the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann for the main spread. I will also be pulling from the Modern Witch Tarot deck to get any sort of clarifying messages. And then for a final message, I will pull from the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Let's see what we have for you, Aquarian Collective, for the upcoming next 2 weeks. Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, my high vibrational ancestors, angel messengers, and my ascended masters, what message do you have for the Aquarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the next 2 weeks, September 19th through October 3rd? Thank you so much. Look at this. First thing out, the Star card. This is your card, Aquarius. But we have, sitting underneath this is the Tower. This is the foundation of your reading. This is the heart of the matter. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have the Ten of Pentacles showing up as an obstacle for you in the next 2 weeks. Okay, we have a root cause is the Five of Wands. What's the past energy for the Aquarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Thank you. Okay, Two of Cups and the, whoa, we have 3 here. I'm taking them all. Two of Cups, the Wheel, and the King of Swords. So already, Aquarius, we have 3 major arcana cards. So big messages for you for these upcoming 2 weeks already. What's the goal for Aquarian for this week? This is too many cards. I will show you what they are just to see if any of these cards come back out. The Four of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Knight of Cups. So let's see if any of these come back out for the Aquarian Collective. I'm just going to randomly pop these back in here. What is the goal for Aquarius Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the next 2 weeks? What is the goal for the Aquarian Collective? I like this card here, the Ace of Wands. Thank you. Okay, thank you. We have the Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles sitting in the kind of where you are heading position. How are you showing up? How is Aquarius showing up in this reading and in the next 2 weeks? How is Aquarius showing up in this reading and in the next 2 weeks? Holy Spirit, thank you. Thank you. I like to finish a complete shuffle, so I will take the cards that come through in that whole shuffle, like I just saw there. So we have the High Priestess, another major arcana, the Fool, another major arcana, and then the Six of Cups. This is how you're showing up in the next 2 weeks, which is beautiful. I love this. Let's see how it all comes together. What are the external influences for the Aquarian collective for the next 2 weeks? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. A bit too many cards. I do want to take the bottom of the deck. Ah, look at that. Look what came out earlier, and it's come out just now. I felt guided to pull this. The Three of Cups. External influences. Let me put these. Oh, the Ace of Cups as well, the Moon. I will be putting these back just in random order here. This is sitting in your external influences. Okay, thank you. We have hopes and fears. Yeah, Five of Cups. I'm actually going to take all of these cards. Sometimes I feel led to take a handful and sometimes I don't. We have the King of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Hopes and fears. A lot of hopes and fears. A lot of hopes and fears. The next 2 weeks. What is that all about? Why? And then the advice. What's the advice for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please, for, thank you, the next 2 weeks. Thank you. We have the Nine of Wands, Temperance, Two of Wands. A bunch of major arcana, a bunch of stuff happening here. Oof. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I have a lot of cards, Aquarius. And a lot of major arcana. How much major arcana? We have 1, 2, 3. We have 4, 5, 6. 6 major arcana cards. So big messages for you for the next 2 weeks. Let me take all of this in. Okay. So what is sitting at, and what the heart of the matter is the Tower at the foundation, and what sits on top of that is the Star. So your card here, showing up in your own reading from the very get-go. The Tower is just about unexpected changes, things that, something that you had built and worked towards is kind of crashing down. It's like the end of something. And because the Star is on top of the Tower here, it's like I feel like you are very much aware of this happening around you. It's like, okay, what I have built up, I see that it's not working. I see that it's time for a change. And I'm really hopeful for a brighter future. And I'm taking this time right now to almost embrace this change, this unexpected turn of events. And like waiting for resting and sort of recuperating and gaining strength here as the Star. And really trying to manifest something to you, or trying to like dream big. Like not just manifest, but trying to figure out what it is that you want to manifest. Because I'm just seeing her looking at this star, yes, manifesting, but I just feel like it's still growing. The dream is still like simmering. It's still in the works, trying to get clarity about what that next step is. This is the overall situation. This is the heart of the matter here. Your obstacle is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is generational wealth. This is happiness, abundance, family, friends. You could be feeling very alone right now. You could be having, financial troubles or trying to figure out how to get to this place. From a tower moment. And the root cause, what's caused this change and this shift is some kind of conflict, some kind of competition, some kind of argument or competition, or conflict. I typically read this card as an intentionally stepping in to compete. Or it's like you are a willing participant in whatever this is. So you willingly participated in having an argument or in competing for something, competing with other people for something. I want to get a clarifying card on this Five of Wands, because if you're competing for something, did you lose and that's why the Tower has shown up here? Were you fighting unfairly? Holy Spirit, thank you. Okay. I also want the bottom of the deck. The Lovers, Archangel Raphael looking over these two lovers. This is at the foundation. We have the Queen of Swords and the Four of Cups. So the root cause is a choice needs to be made. Being decisive action. Yeah, being over it, not being just over it. Like self-pity, feeling down, feeling like lethargic, kind of being a little bratty, like resentful, allowing your disappointments to get the best of you. Looking at these cups here, being like, I don't understand why this didn't work out. Like, what's the point? What's the point in trying so hard if, I can't, if my tower is going to fall down, if what I work towards is just going to crumble? Like, what's the point? But you see that you have a cup being offered to you that you're not seeing. You're not seeing that there's something new. It's like, well, this isn't working out because this is what is coming in for you. But you have to acknowledge it and you have to see it first. This Tower, I feel, has come in because there was some kind of decision that needed to be made. The Lovers, Major Arcana again, a card of Gemini. So you might have Gemini in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or otherwise. You don't have to. But it can indicate not just to lovers, but actually a choice that needs to be made. But Archangel Raphael is here in this card, looking over you, protecting you, whatever decision is made, you're being taken care of in that. But I feel like it's like, I feel like because you didn't make some kind of, like, you didn't take some kind of decisive action, you didn't make a clear-cut decision, this happened. Like the tower happened, because it's like, okay, Archangel Raphael is like, okay, well, if you don't make a decision, then something has to change. Something has to change. This is what we want for you. This is the path. Hello, you, this is the path over here. So if you're not making that decision, if you're not showing up as the Queen of Swords, if you're going to continue to compete and fight towards something that's not working, well, we're just going to have to take away the thing that you keep competing for, that you keep working towards. We're just going to have to take that away and have that foundation crumble. This is why the tower happened. This is why you're hoping for something, you're hopeful for the future. Because now you're finally seeing that this is gone. And what other choice do you have? It's time to stop competing for something that isn't working for you, or striving towards something that isn't for you anymore. Your past energy, we have the Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel, and the King of Swords. The Two of Cups is about meeting someone, or having someone or something that you really connect with. Someone that, it's like your two cups, they match. It's like, oh, when I look at you, I see myself, and vice versa. Although they're very different, there is a bond there. It's like, oh, I see you. You're my counterpart. Coming in as your past energy here. And the wheel, things turning in your favor, finding balance, and the King of Swords. Showing up with just a balanced judgment, being very, just having strength of character, showing expertise in whatever it is that that they're looking at, or whatever they're approaching. Being as a king, being a leader, being an authority, also showing up in like public recognition. This person takes initiative. This is really beautiful past energy, and I can see why, if you were feeling, and look how 3 of them came up. If you were feeling over it, because in the past, these were your 3 cups, right? You're like, I was giving, I thought that I found someone that was my counterpart. I thought that I found a person that was my counterpart. I thought that I found a job that was right for me, that was my counterpart. I was really feeling like luck was turning in my favor. I was showing up with faith and with a balanced energy, a balanced perspective. I came in with sound judgment, and and just charm and just strength of character. You came up showing up like yourself, like all these different parts of yourself. It's like you poured into whatever this is, a job, a relationship, family, romance, whatever this is. It's like I poured myself into these things. And here are my 3 cups right here. And now it's all of this has come crashing down. And I gave so much of myself, so much beautiful energy. This is the past. And here it's all come crashing down. So now I'm over it, because what happens if I do that again? So there was like a resistance that caused this tower. I feel like there is a bit of fear as well, because this is how you were in the past, showing up as your very best self, and then almost feeling indignant, and because a change needed to occur, and because you were unwilling to see, to pour all this beautiful stuff into this new cup, or to be even willing to look at it, because you're like, well, what's the point? So the tower had to happen. We have the Ace of Wands. This is your goal. This is starting something new, sparking a creative fire, taking something new that's being handed to you by God, the divine, and starting something fresh. I'm just seeing like I'm seeing like kindling, like gathering kindling and lighting that kindling, that initial spark to help bigger logs like burn, to make a bigger flame, you guys know what I'm talking about. To fan the flame, essentially, to make it grow. This is the goal. There is an inspired idea, divinely guided, a creative idea that's right here. And it's like the goal is to take this out of your third eye, out of your mind, out of your head space, and make it a reality. But with the star here, it's like your eyes are closed, you're looking up here at the star, your eyes are closed here. I feel like it's still like, still kind of very small. It's still very, very small. And you're still growing it. But the goal is to kind of expand that, to fan the flames a bit of this idea and make it into a reality. For your, where you're heading is the Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So, here we had in the past you showing up as the King of Swords, and now it's time to show up where you are heading. You're heading in the direction of the Queen of Swords. Someone who is, yes, mothering, but she does not suffer fools gladly. She cuts through any sort of BS. She's like a BS detector. It's like when you approach this queen, you want to make sure that you have all the information. You want to approach this queen with respect, because how you treat this queen is how you will be treated yourself. And there's a bit of, even though I don't really read this card this way, but I'm feeling like a bit of fairness, like you treat me with respect, I'll treat you with respect. And I see that you're kind of moving in this direction where you're almost like, okay, I'm ready, I'm hopeful now. I had to have something taken away from me. I'm hopeful now. These are air sign cards. So Aquarius, Libra, and and Gemini. And so you're showing up as the Queen of Swords here, Aquarius. Really ready to cut through the BS, to see things clearly, to make, decisive action. Because you were given that choice here, right? It's like you were given the opportunity to make some kind of decisive action here in the past. And because that action wasn't made, that decision was made for you. And so now you're like, okay, I see what I need to do. I see what I'm called to do is to make some clear choices and clear decisions. I can choose to build a stronger foundation and in a new direction. I can choose this cup over here. But it's going to require some studying. Page of Pentacles. Being studious, being frugal, being balanced in your decisions. This could indicate some small financial gain as well. So it's like the first pentacle of the 10 pentacles. It's like starting to build something for yourself. Some kind of financial security. Just a tiny bit. A little bit at a time. Yeah, this is just committing to the process of self-improvement, committing to the process of learning. And this is where you're heading. This is where you're heading. Making clear, decisive action, clear, decisive decisions, studying. And you're showing up as the High Priestess, trusting your intuition now. Asking God divine for help. Asking your angels for help. You're showing up as the Fool, so taking that trust fall. Be like, you know what? I'm going to trust my intuition. I'm going to trust fall into something that is new and completely unknown. And I'm going to trust that I'm going to be caught. And this Six of Cups here, we're talking about something new, the Fool going on a journey here that is new. But the Six of Cups is about nostalgia. This could simply indicate that as you're moving into a new direction and into something new, that you're still going to take with you those fond memories and those lessons that you learned with your past experiences. But you're going to really take those really nice memories with you. Just because you're closing a chapter or you're starting a new chapter, this is still very much a part of your life. These experience the Tower moments. The hard work and the energy and the emotion that you put into some kind of past relationship or project or work, that's all good stuff and not to be forgotten. But you are showing up as the High Priestess and the Fool, and that's huge, both major arcana. So this is really, driving home this message here. This is very secondary. This is the message. This is who you need to be in the next 2 weeks. Trusting your intuition, getting psychic downloads, getting quiet with yourself, meditating, and taking that leap of faith. Your external influences, you have the Three of Cups. This is about creating new memories. Oh, isn't that interesting? Because I said you're going to take these old nostalgic memories from the past with you, and you're going to appreciate them, But your external influence is creating new memories with friends, with family, possibly with new friends. And enjoying this new life that you are stepping into, that you're falling into. Being hopeful, sharing your hopes and fears, and really your hopes and your dreams, rather, your hopes and your dreams with the people that support you, that have your back through thick and thin, who care about you, who love you, the people that you want to create new memories with. These are the people that also inspire you. Your friends, your family members, the people that you create memories with. These people are, and these experiences, it's influencing your choices now. It's influencing how you dream for something bigger and how you dream for something different. So, being open to listening to your support system, because they might provide you new insight that you had not considered, because it is influencing what you're dreaming about. Hopes and fears. First thing that I'm seeing here is, look at this color pattern, right? It's like cold and hot and cold and hot. I feel like I'm fearful, I'm hopeful, I'm fearful, I'm hopeful. Five of Cups. Just crying over spilt milk, crying over something that's lost, not paying attention to what the opportunities, the beautiful opportunities that are right next to you. Being fearful that you won't be able to have what you once had, or you won't be able to build for yourself what you once were able to build for yourself. But it's just like this glowing cup, like, well, if you just look at me, you might be surprised at what you see. But then we have this King of Pentacles, which is very hopeful. I mean, the King of Pentacles is abundant and wise and a caretaker. I mean, he gives sound financial advice, security-minded. This King of Pentacles is disciplined, perseveres, is gentle, is kind, is practical. This person, you're hopeful that by taking this trust fall with this, I kind of just want to put this card behind. By taking this trust fall as the Fool, and by trusting your intuition, one, you're afraid that you're going to fail. But you're hopeful that you're going to tackle this new journey approach this new journey with practicality, with gentleness, with kindness, with perseverance, with discipline. But then it's like you get into your head, Five of Swords, and there's, self-doubt, and this is, well, I'm just going to do whatever I need to do to win at all costs, because I don't trust that I don't trust in this new direction, because I'm not really sure about that, because all I really know up until this point is these three cups here that are no longer serving me. But then there's hope again about being able to balance or find balance between your hopes and fears, being able to recognize those fears that you have and say, I see you and I appreciate what you are, what you're trying to show me, and I appreciate that you're trying to protect me, but I'm choosing to move forward with discipline and practicality and gentleness and kindness, making sound investments. So you're hoping that you can sort of overcome these fears that are in place. And the advice card here is the Nine of Wands, Temperance, and the Two of Wands. I'm very curious. It's the Two of Wands. So the Nine of Wands here, it's like you have been through the battle. You've gained a lot of wisdom from your past experiences, and you are ready, willing, and able to continue forward and continue fighting to get to a place of to sort of finish this race. But you are, this is the Wounded Warrior card. So it's like, like the advice here is, yes, defend your position, be willing to defend the things that you know, be willing to jump in to fight for what you know is right, to fight for, whatever you're being called to do, or when you start trusting your intuition, be able to defend that. I just feel like this is telling you that it's not quite over. You still have some work to do. That it may not be, it may not come easily, but you have everything that you need, all the experience that you need, all of the, what's the word I want? The gumption, all of the heart to continue fighting for what you want, and for fighting for this new path that's being offered to you. You're completely capable of continuing to fight, even if you feel really tired right now, because you're going through the tower. Because like once you are out of this place of rest and you start really making this dream coming into a reality, and you take that trust ball to do that, to accept this cup, there's going to be some work that needs to be done, and you might have to defend your ideas. With Temperance here, it's about creating something new, about having patience and kindness and sensitivity towards others. This is about you being protected, that God, divine, the universe, your angels are watching over you. And again, it's about finding balance. You see how these two, right? We have the moon and the sun. We have these two pentacles here. Finding balance in what you're doing. Yes, you have to defend your ideas, and you have to, battle it out. And this is funny. Look at this. I'm just realizing this. Here we have competition, right? That is at the root cause of all of this tower falling and all that stuff, because you're competing for something that wasn't meant for you anymore, that no longer served you. But you've learned some lessons in this competition that you were in. And so you're taking all these lessons that you learned from competing in a different kind of industry, or with different types of people or relationships, and you are taking that knowledge and you're putting it into action, putting it to good use on this new path. And just like you were being guided to make a decision, and the decision had to be made for you, now you're being guided and you're being protected and you're being looked after as you start this new journey. in starting something new. Temperance is also an alchemy card. It's about creating something from well, I was going to say nothing, but you know, alchemy is what taking some kind of material and turning it into gold, right? So aluminum into gold, or whatever that is. And I always think of like a baker or a bartender or something, taking different ingredients, combining them all together to make something new. And so this is also the advice. It's like looking at everything, all the tools, all the knowledge that you have, all the experience that you have from the lessons that you've learned, all of the ingredients or the tools that you have at your disposal, taking a second look at them. Be like, okay, what are my skills, my talents? What, whether it be, you know, what can I bring into a relationship, or what are my skills and talents for a job or for a work, whatever that is for you, taking a second look at it and being like, how can I apply this differently? How can I combine these different skills or different attributes of myself to create a new and different experience for future relationships, for future, you know, work opportunities, for future investments. And we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands this is about knowing when to take action. Because all of these cards on this advice, none of them are moving. There's no movement here. Stillness. This is just being ready to take action. Being ready to defend your position. Being balanced. You know, yeah, there's creation here, but it's like, I feel like there's, I sort of want to see the Seven of Pentacles, because that's what I'm feeling right now, about reassessing, right, what I was saying, like looking at all the ingredients in front of you and what can you create from what's in front of you. How can you make gold out of, you know, what you have in front of you. And the Two of Wands, this Two of Wands is looking out, typically this Two of Wands is looking out and basically needing to take action, is typically how this card is read, because they have all the information that they need to start the journey. Whether you know where you're headed or not. And once you get to this point of taking that trust fall, it's saying, knowing that you have knowledge to support you, knowing that you're being supported by God, divine, universe, angels, stepping out and taking some kind of action. Yeah, that is it. Stepping out and taking action towards this new world. This, right? Yeah, that's some tough, some really good energy, but also a tough place. The Tower can always be can always seem like a challenge, but going through those challenging times is just what makes us stronger and leads us to the next best thing. And going through that process can be difficult at times. Let's go ahead and let's get a final message for you, Aquarius. Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, High Vibrational Ancestors, can I please have a message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Can you please give us a final message for Aquarius Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? that, we're going to have some cards pop out there. What message do you have for the Aquarian collective, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For September 19th, thank you, through October 3rd. Mintakan. Longing for home. Belonging. The original light workers. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Could be feeling out of place. This isn't, this isn't easy energy. This isn't always an easy place to be. And you see it's 16, 17. You go through a hard time. There's rest and rejuvenation and hoping for the future. And look how both of these, the star and the Mintakan card, looking out, feeling like, oh gosh, I just don't know that I fit in where I'm at right now. I'm looking for my soul tribe. I'm looking for like-minded people. Where can I plant this seed of my dreams? Where can I plant this and grow? Feeling like you want to belong someplace, because you do have so much good energy, positive energy, healing energy to share with others. I want to pull another card. I usually don't. But you are a light worker, you're a healer, you're positive, and how can you, where do you plant this seed? You have enough information. Look at this. Well, there we go. I mean, what? We started with the Tower and the Star. We end with this, this deck's version of the Star and the Tower. Coming full circle. Trust the process. Trust the process. You'll figure it out as you go. You have all the information that you need right now to make that first step. Allow this to crumble and you will be supported. You will be supported. And that is what's most important to know right now. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Take that leap of faith. Listen to your friends and family and the people around you who want to provide you support. They may give you new insight. Do your homework. And make decisions. Be decisive and clear with your actions and decisions. Bring that creative spark into light, into fruition. By trusting that you're being supported, by trusting that you've learned, gained a lot of experiences, and that you are not over it. You're not completely over it. That you have a spark of energy still in you to continue fighting this battle. And it's about taking that first step. These are your messages for you, Aquarius. I hope that you liked it. I hope that it resonated with you. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Please share with people that you also feel might enjoy these readings, and comment below. I love to hear what you guys have to say. I do hope that all of you have a beautiful and abundant day. I will be back here in 2 weeks to give you the first half of October. But until then, have a beautiful and abundant day and be well. Thank you.